Hi guys, welcome back to Feathers and Fur. So it is the 1st of March and I have come back in to join Norman to do our book review video. So for those that are just joining us or haven't followed along so far, I'm a massive book collector and I have bookcases after bookcases full of books, and I never ever get a chance to sit down and read as many as I would like. So at the beginning of 2024, I challenged myself to read a book a month and kind of held myself accountable by doing a review about it for you guys. So February's book has been The Secret Life of Birds of Prey by Chloé Harmsworth, and I had high hopes for this book and they were not dashed. Okay, so Secret Life of Birds of Prey by Chloé Harmsworth. I love this book. It was just beautifully written. Now, it wasn't as scientific as I would have liked, because for me, reading should be all about learning something. And I did learn a few little things extra, but I just would have liked something a bit more in depth. However, she even quotes in the first chapter that this book is not designed for that. This book is designed to make people fall in love with birds. And you know what? I am all for that. I think people should definitely love birds of prey and know more about them on her doorstep. And that was probably the only thing that I really felt that was lacking in the front cover. It was that it didn't mention that this was a British bird of prey book. Every bird in here is found in the UK and in the British Isles, and it's all based around where to go and see birds in the British Isles. So why is that mentioned? It's not even mentioned on the back. So yeah, I really think that would have been quite a nice call in. I think people might have learned a little bit more about that. Norman is deciding to be very horny today, I'm afraid. Yes, you. Are you going to come back in and sit down so everyone can see you? He says, no, I'm going to go sit up on my perch and see if I can see any ladies. The book is brilliant. It's broken down into different chapters, each one for birds of prey. Let me just run to the front and see what if I can tell you the chapters were. So we have peregrine, kestrel, merlin, hobby, buzzard, red kite, hen harrier, marsh harrier, goshawk, sparrowhawk, white-tailed eagle, golden eagle, and the osprey. So there's no owls in this book, which I actually quite enjoyed, because I do feel like a lot of people kind of just blasé over the birds of prey, and everybody loves owls. Even when we come to the centre, the first thing they're coming through to see is the owl. So I do think it was fabulous that it did concentrate on more of the raptors. I loved how each chapter was broken down into history and current situation, which was nice, because it was quite kind of prompt about, you know, how birds are doing in the wild at the moment, which is very depressing all the time. So it was nice just to keep that quite short and to the point. Then description, character and behaviour, nesting and habitat and breeding. And then the thing that I really liked about this book is that she got other people to write bits in there, so about their experiences, because it's impossible for everybody to have seen everything, I think, unless that's your entire life. I personally have been flying birds for 23 years and I have never gone and had an experience with a marsh harrier, for instance. So I thought it was really lovely to bring in other people's experiences. And then the thing that I really liked about it was that at the end of each chapter, there was just a little bit about where to see them. And I mean, it really is only a sort of paragraph and a bit in most of them. But that was really a lovely idea, so that, you know, people could see where those birds were close to them. So I really, really, really enjoyed reading this book and some of the pictures that are in it. I mean, look at this goshawk in flight. This is absolutely epic. The gentleman that took these was James Aldred, and I absolutely loved reading his book Goshawk Summer this year. So I read that in December, actually. I got through that in December, but just a really beautiful book, and I really, really recommend having a go reading it. Norman is looking very happy for a lady. Oh, I'm pooping in my video. Thank you very much, Norman. All right, so on to March's book. March is going to be A Sky Full of Kites. Now, I love the rewilding story about the kites. Obviously, we are based in Berkshire, so the Buckinghamshire and Chilterns rewilding project was absolutely phenomenal. I have just got through listening. I do listen to a lot of audiobooks, actually. The Rewilding the Wild by Roy Dennis, and I loved that book and the work that he did. The Chloé did actually mention a couple of bits of him, but I do feel like we don't talk about him enough. he's just a genuinely awesome person for all his projects that he's done. So this one is about the red kite rewilding in Scotland, I do believe. To be honest, I bought this book, I saw it in the shops, and I was like straight away in my basket. So it's Argati red kite project. I'm gonna have to go maybe Google how to say that word correctly so I read it properly in my head all the time. But this one is A Sky Full of Kites by Tom Bozer. And yeah, I'm super looking forward to reading it. So join me at the end of the month and see how we get on.